Bugs is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It is truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're up telling me about your empathic gift. If you feel like the videos are truly resonating and gives you an uplift that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times, needs spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It is truly a blessing, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I'm using Awakening Planet for my meditation you're hearing in the background. It's called Raising Vibrations, 528 hertz, positive energy, be positive minded, calm and balanced meditation music. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas. Twin Flames, are you addressing the interference that is trying to hold you back from your destiny? Yeah, that is, yes. You have to be able to ask yourself that. Are you holding yourself accountable for the things that is taking place? I was watching a few videos yesterday, meditating and everything. I'm trying to find where it is because I lost my place. And it really resonated with a lot of the things that has been taking place, not just in my life, but other people's lives that I have seen that is going through a lot of different things. It just seems like when you're at this point in your life where you have awakened, you're doing different things to really help you to get into a further state of mind in a positive stance. Well, it's like positive frequency. It's just like you are awakening to be able to understand the points of view that you weren't aware of. But now it's just like when that awakens, now it's going to, it's like a counterpart on a balance where if you're trying to wake up and do something that is in the truth of you, you're really trying to understand your life, you're healing from the different situations that has been taking place in your life that has truly been a heavy for you. And while you're doing that, as well as, Twin Flames may be going through it, the video was telling, it was a YouTube channel that was talking about that. And I said, what, there are so many different people that are going through this. And it's not just, Heyokas, but also Twin Flames. They're going through a lot of resistance. What is the Twin Flame Nation? That's what it's called. And I was just like, dang, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that, because it was just like so many different things was taking place recently in my life. And it's just like when you ask universe to to see the the reveal on different things that you're wondering about is in your life, and next all these things start popping up, and it's like you have to really pay attention, because there's all dark forces that comes into play, especially when it comes to a twin flame. Those are the destined ones that is going to make something very powerful to come together within that union. Is going to take place in something very big, very important in the world that needs to take place. All these different things is going, and it's just basically being able to give you those signs that you may be dealing with dark interference. There are so many of y'all that have connected with me that are just now recently going through spiritual awakenings, and you're telling me how many different things you're going through. It just seems like ish keep hitting a fan. People that you really loved and care for turn their back on you. You're starting to lose your jobs, financial struggle, you're constantly bickering with other people. It just feels like you're very overwhelmed, and it's a constant it's like a constant situation. It tones down for a minute and it boops up another one, or you're clearing and accepting certain things that has taken place in your life that gave you that growth that you needed. Next thing you know, 10 other things are coming up. And I always say, if you've been with me for a while, I always say devil and God works hand in hand, because it's like with the devil don't want to see nothing good happen. You know how he say the greatest trick he ever pulled is try to act like he don't exist, because he'll be sitting up here bringing some kind of messy vibrations with you, and then he'll use whatever handler he has to wreck shop all through your life. You're constantly getting tested to break out the old mold of the toxicity, as well as your habits and your patterns, people that are not serving you in your highest, getting you out of certain situations you're no longer needed in. But it just seems like there's always some kind of resistance is coming up. And for this to be able to take place that goes in your favor, because everything is in your favor, but God is wanting to see, are you going to take that best foot forward to keep doing what you need to do? Because I can help you in this, but it's up to you to be able to make that first move. And it was just like, there's different times I spoke to myself, and spoke to the universe about different things that's going on. And when I said this mess was, really, really, resonating, because it's just like right now you are really being pushed out your comfort zone. And it just seems like no matter how much positivity you try to place, the best foot forward in, there's always something that's coming back. And it doesn't even have to be what you reaped. It's just the fact is, how much are you willing to go? What are you willing to go through? Are you going to allow yourself to stand in your own way of the progression that is trying to bring into your life? If you're dealing with twin flames, are you allowing yourself to see everything that is causing that rift in between y'all? Are you allowing yourself to heal from uncertainty, insecurities, anger, wounds, even the toxic vibes you may be still holding on to and weren't even really conscious of being able to know this part of you is going into work? And these are the things that, universe is trying to see, that needs to take place. If you're dealing with things, if you have people that that goes near and dear for you, and then all of a sudden it's just like everybody is at you like, everything is your fault, this and this and this and that. And you'll feel that heaviness that's in your life, because it's like everybody that is tending to go through that awakening state, there's always somebody that is in your life, or unknown is in your life for the wrong reasons, trying to make sure that you stay in that vibration that you're no longer needed in. And, and it's like, I feel a lot of different things that people are getting these hexes put on them. I've had that done a couple of times for me before, but it's at that time where, it's like God can overturn everything that's in your life, but you have to be able to have that faith that he is turning everything for you. So it's just like these situations that you have been constantly experiencing, whether it could be, within your emotional and mental well-being, are you allowing yourself to stay focused? Are you allowing yourself to get distracted by those distractions? Because these are the things, you have to be able to be fixated on your life. If you're going through the karmics are sending that. And I know that's what the Twin Flame Nation was talking about. Them karmics, they are sending everything towards your way. And just, and people are just constantly coming in. And it's like the more you become open within everything in your life, it's just like when I can tell when people are coming to me and they don't have good intentions, or it could be not even just them, but the energy that is flowing towards their way. I don't allow myself to open up to that. And it's like, it's nothing personal, but I'm not trying to deal with somebody else's dark vibes when I'm sitting up here trying to break free of my own, allowing myself to stay committed to what are the things that I said I'm going to do, and being able to be, whatever is in your life that you don't really want to deal with no more, you really are ready to break free. That needs to be that type of symbol that you need to stay consistent with yourself. Allow yourself to do what it needs to take place, because it's like we're all getting these like notifications on what universe wants us to do. Being able to get out of the way of the process, not becoming that weapon within ourselves that is trying to keep us in a situation we're no longer needed in. Allowing yourself to see everything from a positive perspective, even when you have negative influences in your life or any kind of situations that's in your life. What is the universe wanting you to to understand what are they wanting you to see through those situations. I deal with so many different things in my life, and it is just like right now, I'm chilling. I'm the only one in the house, and it gives me that time, and I love my alone time because it gives me that time to know what I need to work on within myself to be in my better well-being. And and there's a lot of times where you get to that point where you don't know how much more of this you can take, but then it allowed me to go back on certain situations where I was very determined on stuff where it wasn't, when I was doing it for another person, it wasn't even worth all that, but it was just a fact is what I did for myself. And so I have to have that same mindset of I had when I was, I was in a period like changing things in my life and making them for better. Don't allow myself to use another person to be that standpoint. Now I'm talking about like it is in bettering yourself. But when you're seeing that situation that you're in, that you're tired of dealing with, you're tired of dealing with certain people, certain elements, certain vibrations, frequencies, all these things are like a trigger to you to break you free of what is no longer needed in your life. And a lot of times we look like universe is you supposed to be caring about me and God is supposed to be caring about me. Why are you allowing these things to happen? And like I say, there's times I get mad as hell when it comes to the folks upstairs, but then I also allow myself to know these are the situations that are taking place in my life to help me grow. When you're not, the only thing that can affect you is if you allow that to, you're welcoming that in. There's different techniques that I was talking about that I had to allow myself to see everything shift. I had to make myself see that. Being able to take the breathing exercises, being able to see every negative situation has a positive outcome that you can take out of that. Everything is life lessons that is teaching us to be able to grow. When it just seems like you come at peace of something, all of a sudden now your financial is starting to be attacked again. There's a lot of people waiting on, the stimmies to come up in there, hoping and praying that, this will start being a regular basis because there's so many people that are struggling right now in financial because of the stuff that's going on right now. And it's just like so many different things that I'm seeing out here. And all I want to do is just shake my head and say, what is the world coming to? If we're not dealing with the different things that's taking place overseas, in the, with all the wars and stuff going over there, which I'm still sending love and blessings towards those people. I mean, it just breaks my heart to see folks going through stuff like that. And then we got to deal here. I'm seeing on YouTube how, there was a stewardess asking one of the passengers to keep her daggone seatbelt on. Next thing you know, this woman got haymakers thrown all up into her, busted her eye and knocked 2 teeth out. Or a woman was locked up in jail where I think she had a baby in jail. And it was a story was talking about that where she was having some kind of immune disease or something like that, but it was curable, but the police didn't want to help her, and she had different situations where, her baby's dead. And, she just told him, hey, come get the baby, stuff like that, because I had it in a hospital. That's how it started. Next thing you know, he wanted to press charges against the mom. The baby's mom ended up dying in jail. The dude won't even let her side of the family see the baby, and he already with another chick causing issues. Now it's like, since she's gone, he doesn't want her family seeing the baby, but then he trying to raise a GoFundMe because of her going to jail for him. They put her in there. They put her in. It was like the woman never had no, criminal records or anything. And they gave her a very high bond, for disturbing the peace and domestic violence. I ain't never heard no mess like that in my life. But then they showed another dude that had a lot more, of a record and stuff like that. And his daggone bail was less. And I'm just like, the world, when I say I almost came out of my own element seeing stuff like that. And it's just like, you just don't know how the devil be working on people. They use so many different things to try to get you, away from what is best for you. And that time you have to really be woke and see all the stuff that's going around you. And it's like, when I can get to that point where I'm having a peaceful cry, you know what I'm saying? Yes, God, universe, I'm so tired of going through things, but I know this is truly allowing me to break new ground from the things that I struggle with. Because it's like, when you get through that situation, you get through that tug of war within yourself, And it's just like it can make you mad when you know that people are putting like these little hexes on you and trying to keep you bound to your to your struggle, or bound to not reach abundance that you deserve, you worked hard for, and people just don't know. It's just times I've seen, seeing how people can play spells. I used to play that little stupid stuff back when I was in my early 20s. I don't play that mess no more, because that was before I knew about my spirituality like that. People just don't realize you doing stuff to try to, this is on the selfish vendetta somebody can have, and they'll try to say, oh, this is for good intentions because of this and this and that. No, it's for selfish needs. Is for selfish needs. But the same people that put this on you, they'll have all type of stuff to say if that mess was the flip script. And people don't realize when you're putting hexes, hoodoo, voodoo, and stuff like this on people, even if you're trying to use somebody to do this for you, like you're not directly, telling a witch doctor or whatever, a shaman, pagan, whatever, hey, I want this placed on that person. And if it is directed from you, and even though you didn't do it verbatim or whatever you want to talk about, directly to that person, the person that put it on there, they're going to have some stuff to deal with. And then they're going to have it hit twice on them, just because the fact is they got involved with something that God sent for you. Okay. But when it comes to the person that directed that, no matter who the middleman is or the person that was the main target to be able to have this happen, it's going to come triple. Okay. Triple on them. So it's just, God is using this to be able to strengthen you. And I mean, I understand that can be very overwhelming. And it's just like when I watched that video and I said, you know what, when I said I was hitting that, hitting everything that you was talking about, is true. Because sometimes people don't feel like, oh, these dark interferences are there. And she had a good question about that. If there is no dark interference there, how come y'all ain't went in union yet? There are some people that's already there. I've seen people where I push out my videos and all of a sudden it was like a whole union of witches and pagans came towards me to try to keep me in a low point and not realize. And I said, look, I'm a child of God. So their parents put me in this purpose. Ain't nothing that you can do that God can't overlift. You have victory. You have, everything is being used towards a battle. This ain't your battle no more. God is using your situation to break through something that's going to be beautiful. And a lot of times it may not see that God is for you, but he truly is, because he knows the things that you struggle with. He knows how you're trying to stay focused, heal from addictions, heal from having a toxic mind, toxic thoughts, healing your wounds and being able to appreciate those wounds. And a lot of times it's like, how you going to appreciate something, especially if something was very gutter that happened to you? And I mean, very, very gutter, you can use your imagination, whatever you've been violated in, that can really take an innocence. I can understand that. But it's just like when people are going through all these different things in their past, you don't know what kind of, you will be an advocate for something very inspirational because of the trials that you have had, the burdens that's been placed on you. You're growing in powerful ways. And that's what the universe wants us to be able to see. Don't stay focused on what these people are doing to distract you. You don't need to give them folks what they want. And trust and believe. I know there is at times where I don't sit up here and say, God, why are you allowing folks to feel like they got this over me, and they know they doing some trite stuff? Don't worry about that. Everything ain't what it seems. Everything ain't what it seems. And when you allow yourself to stay focused on what you feel like, what is better for your life, there'll be people that will be coming in your life, want to poke fun or want to use some kind of control mechanism over you, or trying to, hit deep and talk about you towards other people. And I had to be able to tell myself before, whatever they say about me in that street, they ain't got nothing to do with me. They don't have nothing to do with me. There'll be people that don't want to see you grow. And so they're already painting you an image of something towards other people because that's how they feel about you. Everybody can get to that point where you can hold your own responsibility and accountable for your own actions, being able to be very aware about what is, your subconscious is being conscious. It's either a negative or a positive, or you going through that transition of growing and healing. But there's a lot of people that wants to sit up here and stay in that low vibration of toxicity. That's not what your purpose is. That is not what your purpose is. There's too many good things that's taking place and is about to take place in your life. And that's what you need to work hard for. And it's going to be that thing where I see a lot of things that really truly broke my heart. It really have. I go to myself, I shut down everything, for me to be able to stay focused on myself and my growth, to be able to allow myself to see things. When I start clearing my mind and just want to think about the spiritual, the positivity, the love I'm sending out towards other people, I'm being able to help people the best way I know how. I just had a chat with y'all, a live chat with y'all a few days ago. I'm going to start doing that a few days within the week. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna send out no notifications. It's just gonna, when you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Because I already know folks be trying to, come up in there and troll, and I don't have time for it. And I'm even gonna let it have airplay. As soon as I see some little stupid stuff come through, block, keep on moving. And that's going to be a better way for me, because at first I said I wasn't going to do that no more because there was negative comments and racial slurs coming through. And it's just like some folks just ain't got nothing else better to do than try to irritate somebody else. But they're only reflecting how they are about themselves. I'm not going to allow that to stop me. I enjoyed having that live chat, being able to connect with y'all. If you want to be able to talk about different things, or you even have questions that's about the spiritual path, or you curious about certain things you may be, dealing with, I want to be able to do that. And it's not for like the views or the likes or anything like that, but it's just, we're all coming in that union. It's good to be conscious, about being able for us to be able to connect as a tribe, even though that does have something to do with, it's like subs and views and stuff like that. But not union, but universe is leading me to, there's a lot of people that are trying to find their way, seeing who and what they connect to, and to be able to do that and broaden that perspective of me just doing videos, or I do, Zoom meetings over on the platforms of the different Heyokas Facebook, groups and stuff like that. I want to be able to bring it and broaden it here too as well, for that to take place. There's so many people that sent me, some comments on the last one that I had, and that was very beautiful, and it's just the fact there's just so many different things that's going on in the world, and being able to know you can connect, with everybody. And it was just like very beautiful. It was, sending all love and support towards different people, or being able to just, you may be having different things that's going on into your life that is like very, very draining, and it's just like, you don't realize how close you can be towards your destiny, towards your prosperity, abundance on all levels, just because the fact is you keep pushing. Yes, there are going to be days that you're going to be pissed off. There are going to be days you're going to be aggravated, somewhat kind of distracted, but you have to be able to allow yourself to know this is all a part of your growth. And there's a lot of time I got to remind myself of that, because it is just like too many things is going on, especially if you're into that karmic cycle to where it feels like you can't run from it, you can't ignore it. It's just, this is that situation is supposed to bring towards healing and growth. And and I just see certain things that go on in my life, especially in my personal. And sometimes I just gotta shake my head, and I'm just like, wow, I guess I'm the main target, whatever. I'm like, I wish y'all go find something else to do, but since y'all here for it, hell, I'm here for it too. But just being able to appreciate it, because it's like, there's so many people in our lives that is just like really waiting and praying for us to fall back. And I remember I just put that post up too. Let them choke, let them lose air, allow them to do that. A lot of times they get mad as hell at you because of all the stuff that they put on you, and you make something so great out of something so small, and even the enemies don't realize you can be doing that too, but you too busy trying to worry about trying to block me from my blessings. And God don't bless no mess. God does not bless no mess. Your blessings is not built on somebody else's envy or somebody else's emotion. When God feel like he ready to give that to you, trust and believe. Trust and believe. And so, allow yourself to see those dark influences. If you starting to get really like where you feel like you're all alone, or, it just seemed like the people that you loved and cared for, or even, y'all had a very strong relationship or a strong connection. And all of a sudden it just feel like ish done hit the fan. All of a sudden it just feels like you being blocked from every single situation. Things start breaking down. Money start getting real tight. You at that point where you're ready to snap. That is where your dark interference is coming in, because it's just like so many different positive, like spiritual beings is coming together. And right now, when I say that mess is getting heavy, because it's really challenging, it's really triggering. You're seeing all these different things that's going on in the world and within your own surroundings, that is just like the devil is really trying to overcome, but ain't no. It's like, no, God ain't gonna allow that to happen. It's like love always conquers. If you're placing a good intention, like I say a lot of times, because folks think it's a good intention when you're trying to block somebody from things that they deserve, where they feel like, no, they're the only one who are entitled to that. But if you're stealing, decepting, lie, manipulating, it'll be one of them touch and goes. It'd be like a little peekaboo. It's there and then it's gone real quick, because it's not gonna, you're not putting no best foot forward. Anytime somebody's trying to block you and they feel like they're winning, they're not winning. It's like, this is for your experience. Those people are giving you that example or that experience for you to become a better person. And then when you get towards that point, trust and believe me, stuff, whatever they pushed out is gonna come straight back. It's gonna come straight back. So you have to be able to allow yourself to stay consistent. You know what you want in your life. You know what you need in your life. You know where you're no longer needed. Whatever karmic experience you're having right now, knowing that you're going to soar from that. And it's going to be a point in your life when you finally get to where you are, and you're going to appreciate all those things that distracted you, all the things that was manipulated to go away from your favor, the people they try to sit up here and place enemies on you that once loved you at the same time. These are going to be experiences where you're going to really truly see how far your growth was going to go, and you're going to be able to get that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification out to Breezy, Be Easy Tarot Readings, as well as Tiffany Sterling. Much love to you. Good to hear from you. Jonathan Ahido. I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I have it. And Martin Robinson. If you're struggling with addictions right now, I told, one of my love bugs, I'm gonna try my best to remember to do that in every video. If you're like struggling with addictions, if it's like cigarettes, I probably had 1 out of 4 days. And it really was like, when I try to puff it, that mess tastes nasty as I don't know what. Haven't went back to the devil's lettuce, so I'm good on that. Last time I did that, mess gave me a migraine, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I had to allow myself to meditate. Even when things got frustrating to me, if it was out of my control, like today, I'm sitting here cleaning out my refrigerator. I got one of the little refrigerators in my room, and one of the hydrogen tanks or whatever to keep everything cold, it busted. And any other time I would have snapped on that. I'm like, damn, I'm just like, what? Is it out of your control? Yeah. Okay, so it's out of my mind. And you just don't know how many, just the littlest things that is placed on your path, just to see how you're going to respond to it. That's how you have to be. If you can't control it, hey, it's out of your hands. It should be out of your mind. Everything happened for a reason. A lot of times God puts stuff on your on your path just to see, are you going to allow something that is out of your control? You don't have control over people's emotions and thoughts unless you're unless you're pushing something negative out to somebody. You can't control of how other people do. You can either allow yourself to accept it and let somebody disrespect you, or you can cut that cord and appreciate it and love it from afar. Some people you gotta love from a distance. Certain people you have to, you can keep in touch, but keep out of reach. Those things you have to do that. So allow yourself, if if you have a smoking addiction and stuff like that, take up a hobby that that is really uplifting to you, really positive. You got to meditate. That's what I've been doing for the last few days. I've been trying to do emotional clearing, energy clearing, because a lot of times it's not even good for you to even hold laundry dirty for past 3 days, because you're accumulating that energy, that needs to be, flushed out, saging your house, clearing all that different stuff out, declutter, anything that, you can do for a woosah moment that was on a very toxic level, because it's like, I know how it is. I use a cigarette for, a woosah moment. Or, when I used to smoke the devil's lettuce, I would do that for a woosah moment. But it's all for me escaping. Even when I felt like, hey, I'm just, evening out that sting a little bit. No, you're escaping. You have to be able to feel that. You have to be able to allow yourself to become honest with the emotions you have. So when you can allow yourself to see what triggered me, what do I need to change? What do I need to accept? What is the lesson I need to learn? And when you're keeping that, it tends to get peaceful. So, allow yourself, to take up positive hobbies when you feel like reflecting on going back. You're not trying to go back. Devil is trying to make sure they keep you in that bound, because when he can open up and you're still catering to your weaknesses, you become receptive to him. That you're making he's weakening you for him to be that influence on you. You got to say hell to the no, hell to the no good. But yeah, allow yourself to take up different things. Walk in nature. With me here, it's like 130 degrees in Georgia, so I'll be damned. Go out there probably, when the sun goes down is usually how it is, and talk out there, because the vibration, especially from the blood moon and everything, has been really heavy. And especially it's even, messing with my fur babies. It'll get towards if you have empathic pets, their changes start going through. Sometimes they get very irritable, or they're wanting to be very needy. Because I know my girl fur baby, she's been wanting me to hold her all the time, or wanting to cuddle with me, or it's just, yeah, I'm like, girl, if you don't go sit, I'm there, yeah, and it's just crazy. But, allow yourself to pick up a positive hobby. If you like to draw, you like to paint, if you like to sing, or watch comedy movies, do a breathing exercise, write affirmations, write down, from negative circumstances, what do you want, or what do you feel like is going to be that positive outcome from that negative circumstance, and try to be able to push yourself in a positive outlet that you're trying to do. And I love this one. It's a positive outlet for me as well. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you. As like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the chats a little bit more frequently, and I hope that you can be able to chime in. Just make sure, I said I'm not scheduling nothing. Just make sure that your notifications is on the bell, it's on the all, so you'll be able to know when I'm going live. I leave all my contact information in the description box below, as well as, just drop a comment. I would love a chance to get to know you. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. And I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. And, even through, all you're trying to manifest to bring into your fruition, and your fruits of labor, all those good things. I hope and pray it goes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined. It comes sooner than you expected, even through social distancing. Make sure that you're giving out love, light, positive vibes, whereas frequencies, you never know. All those things can really take you a long way. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Much love. Peace.